Yo, can you guys hear me? Just let me know quick. Wait, what? Ah, fuck. Did LTC run as soon as we close? Fuck you. We closed for a 4% gain. Now it's 8%. Very nice. Okay. Let's start with the stream. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a good time. More importantly, hope everyone had a good and safe weekend throughout this move down. Alts got murdered further throughout the weekend. So we'll talk about that in a bit more detail. But let's start with BTC. A few of the things to be looking at is earlier it was a bit easier to navigate the market with BTC being within this range. Where 120 was acting as your range highs, 116 was your range lows, but over going into the weekend, we lost the range lows. We got the end of month de-risking as planned. We sold off further over the weekend, and we got this retest of the previous all-time highs, and a decent bounce over the Sunday. Now, what I'm looking at is this is the moving average I've been playing for past months, and usually once we reclaim this particular moving average after some deviations below, we have seen good trends in the past. Works very well with the majors and on Bitcoin. So what I'm looking at is two scenarios to be longing on Bitcoin. I don't want to be chasing here. Unfortunately, we got stopped Pico bottom literally. Like we had the stops 11,900 and it wicked till like 11,850 and it formed the bottom. Not something you love to see, but it is what it is. We got like first stop loss in quite a while. I still think we couldn't have played the last week any better. We sold all our exposure right at the top. We shorted the move down. Got some good plays over the weekend as well. Good scalps over the challenge. Good plays on longs as well. Now, this week, I want to be a little patient. I don't want to force right now. That's the reason I haven't given my this week's thoughts in the playbook yet, because Monday is something I want to see how things unfold. But once we do, we'll have a clear playbook to be following this week. One plan I have to be long is I do like how the daily closed yesterday on a lot of majors, including Bitcoin as well. And if we are not able to reclaim above and we are able to get some sort of a New York Open pullback into this daily demand, we can very much try a quick scalp with a very tight stop, like along that would look something like this, where we long this daily demand retest, have stops right below the demand, maybe like a 5 minutes invalidation, 1% stop. And if the daily demand play out, we can eventually target 116, 117. So that's what I have in my mind, that we get this daily demand retest over New York Open, because right now it feels a bit weird to be chasing the Sunday move on Monday evening, right, going into New York Open. We have US Open in exactly 14 minutes. That's what I'm waiting for. One thing I still don't like is, and the reason I'm saying next few days, still stick to being patient. Been warning that since last Monday. I'd say the same this week too, because I do think we can see further upside the way we have sold over the weekend. So not at all interested in shorting here. I'll still favor some long opportunities if market gives me some good probability plays. But the way we closed weekly on multiple charts, I'm not a fan, right? Like these are super clean weekly supplies formed right at the top, and most of the time when you have such impulsive red closes on weekly, next few weeks tend to either be bleeds or downtrends or at least ranges and chops, right? That's why I believe that I'm inclining towards next week or two, we're not getting any proper rally on most of the charts across the market, right? Which means that you still need to stick to playing ranges and chops, which also means that you only long at pullbacks. Once you get good bounces, you TP, you try for some shots. You do not chase in these conditions. You do not aim for all-time highs at every push up. Like I'm pretty sure that if once in the start of the week, if we bounce into 117, 118, even 119 if possible, there would be everyone calling for all-time highs again. But I'm very skeptical of that. I don't think we get any break into all-time highs anytime sooner, at least for a good part of this August. Maybe towards August end or September, we can start aiming for that. But the way the weekly have closed over the multiple charts, including ETH. Like the weekly close on the ETH even looks pathetic, right? Um, so weekly closes like these tend to bring upon ranges and chops and bleeds, and that's something you should be prepared for if you are trading next week's, right? Do not chase the market on the upside, especially. Look for pullbacks only to be longing. Do not fall into people calling for all-time high at every bounce, and I think you do pretty good. So intraday. So if I have to summarize my initial thoughts in the market, again, I'll post a detailed playbook for this week once I get a bit more Monday price action to be formed after New York Open. But initially, what I'm thinking is lower time frame. I can see us going further into 117, maybe 119, but higher time frame, or what we can say is mid time frame, till like August end at least, I don't see us trending upside anymore, right? Like, be prepared for a range and a chop and a choppy price action overall, right? So intraday, you can keep looking for pullbacks for longs, but overall high time frame, do not be like super bullish and euphoric if we get good bounces across the market. So that's what I have initially on Bitcoin. Let's move on to some of the majors. Um, so this is a good range on Sol, and I think we have talked about million times this range on Sol. 125 being your macro range lows, 190 being your range highs, and your real open. One of the cleanest ranges you can ask for on a major, right? Got acceptance below range highs, bleeded right into mid range, now holding above mid range. But Sol isn't something that I'm too fan of longing right now, to be honest. So even though it is at a good support and bounced, but if I have to long a major right now, if I get some BTC triggers, I'll maybe go with ETH, and eventually ETH going towards like 37, 3800. That's where I think if we get a push up, we should be trying some good short opportunities, not only on ETH, but also some of the rest, other alts as well. We did catch a good short on ETH. I think it was Thursday, if I'm not wrong, or Friday. At this deviation, we shorted here, TP'd around here. And I'm looking to reshort if ETH gives a push back into like 37, 3800. That's my short area again. So yeah, Sol something, even though it's at a good macro support, not something I'm looking to long. But if I get some BTC long trigger, like a New York Open pullback into 103K, we might long ETH as a beta to Bitcoin. Sol not something I'm interested in. Can you hear anything? I hope rest of the people are right. Just try rejoining to this member. So let's go over total two. Pretty much playing out the plan we had. This has been the big macro resistance this entire cycle. 1.5 till 1.61. This total two area. Every time we push into, we mark local tops, similar to what we did early past week. We discussed this plan multiple times that look for pullbacks into 1.26, 1.25 area to be, forming swings on alts and trying some big size risks on the market. We kind of front ran that area, and I'm still thinking somewhere around next week, or somewhere around August, we get these good retest around like 1.2, 1.25 on total to start looking for some good alts reversion. Overall, alts still look higher time frame messed up. They got sold off aggressively. Been warning about them for a while now, and I still think that unless BTC is not able to break above all-time highs, meaning that BTC doesn't go for a new all-time high rally, alts will continue to struggle. That's not something new to us. The only times we have seen alts performing good is when BTC takes the lead, breaks into new highs, outside capital flows into the market, trying to chase that Bitcoin move through your alts, and that's how you get alts running, right? But as soon as Bitcoin goes into a cool-off stage, which is ranging and bleeding and chop, that's where that outside capital is no longer interested. Alts start underperforming again. People rotate back into safer assets. And that's where you see your alts being down 30, 40%, while BTC is just doing nothing over the few weeks, right? So I can see that repeating over the weeks unless BTC is able to break into new higher alts. I'll look to for long time to time. Like yesterday, we got some good ENA move, got some good LTC scalp. It's not that alts I'll not long at all. I will look for longs at good opportunities, but unless BTC breaks into new highs, I cannot be mid to high time frame bullish on them, right? You need to be seeing a BTC break eventually to be getting bullish again on alts higher time frame. Um, so yeah, that's what I had initially. And the thoughts of the market, I'd get a better read as Monday develops, and I'll, as we always do, try to form like a plan on how to play this week and what levels to look and what things to short and what things to long. I just don't want to be too early to be forming a bias. And I'm just watching this price action with a neutral bias. But one thing I'm sure on is that we do not get a trending price action sooner. Like for a few weeks at least, be ready for a chop. Get into survive mode. Been saying that for past 10 days. Still stick to that. So survive mode doesn't mean that you cannot make money. We have been printing good despite market being bad. It's just that now you have to be flexible with your biases. Long at pullbacks, TP aggressively, then look for shorts, TP those aggressively too, and play it as a range and a chop, and you'd still make good money out of it, right? Even though the market looks bad. So that's what I had initially. As usual, I'd love to know from you people how your trading has been. What do you think about the market? How has the market been for you the past few days and weeks? Anything general you want to talk about? Please not alts request right now. I hate when we start the stream. We are here for some, good out to get some good out, especially on Monday, right? Monday is where you want to see what's happening in the market. Yet, whenever I ask people what they want to discuss, it's just their alts they want to talk about, right? So, I'd love to have some discussions, general discussions regarding market if you people have, or even regarding your trading, how your trading has been the past few days and weeks. This BTC PA reminds me of February, April 2025. Probably chop and rotate between 110 to 120. I won't mind that, to be honest. As I said, past this weekly closes we got yesterday, I'm not inclining towards any trending price action anytime soon. So just be prepared for a range and chop to be trading for a week or two at least. Hi HBJ, what is the final TP for ENA? Right when I said that I don't want to discuss alts at the beginning, people are still interested in their alts. ENA, I have TP'd majority, like I'm already out 70%, just letting 30% run. Again, as I said, this you are saying that you are going to let it run towards higher. Where is 0.9? I haven't looked at it. What's it trading at? But still, just be aggressive booking profits. This is not letting run conditions. Letting run conditions were like 2 weeks ago. US CPI is on 12th August. Do you think, would you short Sol here? No. US CPI is on 12th August. Do you think market will chop until CPI comes out? Yes. That's added confidence, but regardless of whether it, I just got to know right now that we have CPI, which is another good confidence for a range and chop. But regardless of these macro events, I think we are going to range and chop for a week or two at least. Dominance is interesting, though. Seems like also leaf also due. Small time, yes. I think the way we got sold off over the weekend, we can see some further mean reversions. That's why I'm not inclining towards shorting right now, right? We need some good bounces overall to start looking for shorts again. Like I said, ETH 37, 3800 would be nice. So yeah, some alts relief, but higher time frame, I still don't think it's time to be bullish on alts. But yeah, intraday we can see some further bounces for sure. HBJ trading has been very good. Took profits after several bear divergences started to form last week and long the weekend dip. I agree that we won't see any good rally before all divs get reset on higher time frame. Agreed. Can you advise on how to become profitable, how to grow a small account? Yeah, I will be nice today, man. How to answer that? How to be profitable? It's asking like how to be rich, man. Start learning, man. You cannot be profitable. Profitable copy trading. To be profitable, you need to learn on your own. Start learning how to read charts. Learn how to have your biases. There's bunch of educational content that's available in the group. Every one of us mod stream every single day or after a day. You get to interact with one of the really good traders in the space. You get to ask questions from them every day. But I see 90% of the people who are paying some heavy subscriptions for this group to be utilizing that just for their entry price TP stop losses, right? That's the worst way of capitalizing if you are part of this group, I believe. I think it's one of the best learning platforms you could get across, where you get to talk to people every single day. You have a community, you have, charts idea section where people are grinding every single day. You have people like us talking to you every day and replying to you. So instead of just copying entry price TP stop loss, try to learn and become an independent trader. That's the only way I can see you being profitable. There's no way you can get profitable just copy trading. Second is, once you get to learn a little, try focusing on your risk management, subjective risk management. I have talked about that multiple times. You can go over my corner. I have pinned a thread over there regarding risk management too. That's something really important to be profitable as well. And yeah, learn and risk manage. That's the recipe only. Also, you have educational stuff to watch from corner traders. Yeah, exactly, right. It costs a lot of time next to your day job and family life. That's not an excuse, man. I learned trading when I was a full-time student in my university. I had like 140, 160 credit hours to finish doing a double major. I had to help my father with his business too. And at that exact time, I was learning trading. Also, was a mod in the group, so I had to give trades, do streams, and all that. And I was like awake 20, 22 hours a day at that time, right? If especially you are young, you have time. There is no excuse that you cannot do multitasking, right? Um, that's the most lame excuse that I don't have time to learn. If you don't have time to learn, then don't be in the market. I know it sounds rude or offensive, but it is what it is. If you do not have time to give to this market, then don't be in this market. 6:31. So yeah, New York opened. Let's see how things play out. I'd be a bit more comfortable trying some longs if we get that 113 retest, something like this. Give us that and we can take some like alts long. Yes, in the past, I only cared about changes in my accounts, but now when there are no orders, I spend almost the entire day earning, learning every basic knowledge. I love this feeling. I agree 100%. There is no better feeling than being independent, right? And that independence can come in any regards, right? And the same feeling is when you get independent in your trading as well, right? How do you feel when you have to just stare the screen all day in the trade section and wait for a trader to give a call so that now you can finally get to enter, and then wait for his updates entire day so that you can you know when to close and when to book profits and all that? Wouldn't it be way better if somehow you get to learn and now you're just independent trading whenever you want, not waiting for some other person to tell you what to do? So independence in your life in any regards is the best feeling you could have. What made you TP your LTC challenge early? I recently saw a lot of trades across many people on here. Example, Woods, Johnny, TP early trades, and you would draw the conclusion that this cannot be profitable long term, right? Because you cut profits early but would take the full stop loss. What am I missing? Sarah, the point is there are times when you let things run. Like, for example, when you went to my trading like a week or two ago, when we initially pushed above 110K on Bitcoin, people would see me running trades for even days, right? Like there was ETH swing that we didn't TP for any small move, and we let run that swing from like 2,900 till like 39,400, right? Then we had multiple alts longs that we let run for 20-30% moves. So those were the conditions where you let run for higher, but then you need to adapt to conditions, right? It's not always about RR, right? People are like, oh, you are booking aggressively, even then the move up is lower than the move down in the stop loss, so there is no sense in keeping. I also believe RR is one of the most like overestimated thing. It's always about your profitability, and if you are adapting to the conditions you are in and book profits aggressively, right? And the point is, if you are asking to me if I am profitable or not long term, you can see my tracker. I think Bitcoin long stop loss that we took yesterday or day before yesterday was like first stop loss in the past 10, 12 trades. So in the end, it's not only risk to return that you should focus on. It's always a balance in between risk to return and your profitability as well, right? I can aim for 3 hour or 4 hour on my trade, but what's the point if I keep on taking like 10 trades in these conditions and none of them reach that 3-4 hour area and I keep on round tripping every single time, right? Which is happening in these conditions. These are not trending conditions recently. You need to be aggressive taking profits. I do not care if it's 0.5 hour or even if it's 0.1 hour. I'll take profits if I seem like markets getting aggressive. So you just adapt to conditions, man. There's no hard rule of when to take profits and when not to. HBJ, weekend lows are usually swept the next week. Wouldn't that be a bigger trigger to long BTC? I'm not aware of that trend, to be honest. Like weekend lows are swept the next week. Maybe that's the case, but let's see. Like I'm not looking to chase right now, to be honest. It's Monday. Monday isn't where I'm looking too aggressive. We can look for some longs eventually, but just have a little patience. What do you usually classify as aggressive TP? You have certain aggressive TPs when I'm not too sure on whether we have further upside, right? Like for example, I woke up, I saw LTC moving 4% or something. I was looking at Bitcoin doing this around my moving average that we need to flip. I was like, okay, let's book some profits, right? Because we had round tripped a little in our challenge past days. Like we bought Fartcoin and it gave us like 10% move up, and we round tripped that into closing for a negative 1%, right? So these are the conditions where I just wanted to be a little aggressive. No rocket science behind it. Even though it ended up going further, but I have no regrets. We can get some more play soon. Only Virgin stays on Mondays. Okay. SPK, I still think could squeeze, man. I got stopped break even after a 4% move. I look for a relong, but the momentum looks really good on SPK. Feels like it could scam run. What do you think? Like apart from I think ENA and LTC, these were the two coins I liked a lot over the weekend for a move up. We played them both, but other than these two, I don't see any alt that has held structure really well over the weekend sell off. What other alts do you think did that? Fartcoin, I kind of like it too because of this yearly open reclaim, but it's Monday, so I'm just being a little patient. But yeah, I agree. Like this has provided good reversions in the past few months, so good area overall. I agree. Yearly open as well. Tau, you're saying that Tau held well. The last time I was seeing Tau was bleeding heavy. I didn't hold well, man. Even though it's at a decent area, Uh, Around this is a good SR on Tower 350 area, which is it's bouncing from. But I'm looking for some good higher time frame structures that are holding well. Tau isn't one of them. Stocks are pushing at open. I'm usually not a fan of us pushing right at open, so let's see how it plays out. Yeah, we are pushing right at open, so see, let's see. Usually, like if we see instant open bounces, we get some reversions and then up. I'll wait for this to be filled. Like into 113, I feel like is a good long opportunity, so I'll probably be patient for it. Pengyu, I gave some limits, I believe, on Pengyu a day or two back. Give me a minute, I have to attend a call. So we were talking about Pengyu. I think we eventually get to play this range on Pengyu, to be honest. So if we get like you were saying 34, 32, like yeah, I could see an intraday bounce over here, but those were my like higher time frame limits. Like this is a daily demand, so we can get a push into daily demand for a bounce back up and look for shorts over here for a move back down. Like this is the I do think the way this chart looks, like if you people remember, we shorted Pengyu around here, like two times we got paid well. And the reason behind that is usually a meme or a volatile coin that runs up only after being down only since the listing. You from before it breaks out and goes into all-time rally, you tend to see some cool off and some high time frame retest before it breaks out, right? So far it's playing out. I still think we can see some further sell-offs. To me, like this chart looks very similar to I think once we bidded SPX back in the day. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, I think this looks a little similar. So you can see this retest on Pengyu where it topped out, and this one on SPX back in like 11th June. And following that, you almost got like a 47% cool off into this macro support. And that's what I'm looking at, like schools off 40-45% from this from sell off into this macro support. And that's where you can start buying for all-time high rally following that. How SPX played out. That's what I have on ping you as well. Yo, Shah, how you doing, brother? Doing good. Good to know. Please give us a little, like a mini pullback on New York, like post this New York Open. I really don't feel comfortable like chasing right now on a Monday. Damn it, LDC. ETH is pushing as well. Why is Magic really bullish in the day? This coin trades weird, to be honest. Wow. It's trying to break out of this daily supply. But if it does, I could see it running further. But you need this flip first. Me too made good enough on it, though don't want to risk Sunday pump into Monday retrace. Yeah, same idea I had. So I want some pullback now. What would your reaction to BTC? What would be your reaction to BTC pushing to? If we push into this area, uh, hmm. So you're kind of asking what happens if we don't get the pullback and we push higher. I'll still be patient, man. Shorting, like even though a lot of people I see being interested shorting these previous range lows, I do think we can pierce through it and push into like this breakdown area, like this supply. If you look on daily and 12 hours, these are some good supply areas where we sold off from. So instead of shorting this obvious 116K area, I'm inclining towards a push into like 118ish and then short for another probably like a higher low scenario. So if we don't get a New York Open pullback, I'll probably be patient on leverage on a Monday. Maybe we can look for plays next Tuesday and Wednesday, but right now I'm being a little patient. I kind of want to relong SPK here, to be honest. Still, the flow looks pretty good, and I feel like it could give us a rally. Should we? Also, don't get me wrong, people would be like, I'm saying that I don't want to be longing and chasing here on a Monday, and then why do I want to be longing SPK? Because SPK is a shit coin that's completely unrelated to what market is doing, right? It isn't a market related coin. Mm. Yeah, I've relonged SPK. I think this is while market chops, this could run higher. One got limit on SPK 1127. 1127. 1127. Maybe you get that. Like, can't be predicting such lower time frame price action, right? For now, I do like the way this overall structure is, and we still holding above these highs. So idea is we maybe chop here for a while, but eventually the least I am targeting is these highs to be taken out. I still like the way the flow looks. Constant OI build up, constant spot bids, funding negative. A good scam recipe. How about SPX? Uh, we can. I might look for SPX long. Doesn't look bad, but as I said, I want some pullback on a Monday to be longing. I still refuse to be chasing after a Sunday push on a Monday. Like, I could be wrong. Not saying that we definitely have to get a pullback, but sometimes you just don't feel getting in the market and you do nothing. SPK is a coin not linked to the market, so that's why I took it. Rest of the market, I'm waiting.